Yo, what is going on, Tiggs? Welcome back to another reaction, review, commentary, whatever you like to consider it. Before we hop into this one and what the song entails and stuff like that, I do want to let you guys know that we are watching Run BTS over on Patreon, which is releasing weekly. Again, we have a bunch of live BTS performances over on the Patreon if you guys want to go check that out. Again, Patreon is the only way that I'm able to do what it is I'm doing. So if you guys would like to support the Patreon link is in the comment section, the description, whichever one you want to check out. So we do have a group song, which was actually requested to us by Patreon. They go by the name of 𝗦𝗡𝗧𝗨𝗣𝗢. For those of you guys who would like to request Patreon videos, I think we have around maybe 2 more spots on the idol tier. Basically, becoming a patron at certain tiers allow you to request a certain amount of videos every single month that definitely get reacted to within a 62-day time frame. And again, you get to request songs every single month depending on your tier. So Yam actually told me that this is their #1 favorite comfort song. And with that information, I did a bit of research on my own because, as you guys know, I like to do BTS justice, right? I don't like to half-ass listen to songs. I don't like to give half of my energy. I like to be completely and ever present while listening to BTS. So Paradise is ideally a song telling you to take your time. You know, you're not going to achieve everything in this life, and sometimes you need to slow your pace and you need to take your time. You know, life is a marathon, and just like marathons, you don't have to run super fast right off the bat. You need to take your time, you need to flow just like water. And we'll get deeper into that as we go into the song. As for now, we have BTS Paradise, color-coded lyrics, my first ever listen, so let's hop into it. Okay, I like the instrumental. It's very soothing, very calming to the ear. Hey! That's the length of a marathon, okay. Hey. Oh, isn't that interesting? He said the real world. Jimin said that too. He said the real world is different from the promises. Because a vast majority of the time, social media, all types of different social platforms, whatever it may be, they give you false promises as to life being sunshine and rainbows. And this is usually the false notions that social media shows us, especially Instagram, right? People will be showing their lives, showing them living their lives, and showing this grand scheme of things that is quite literally impossible for your average human being. You know what I mean? The real world is completely different from the promises. Shit's not gonna be easy. Shit's definitely gonna be hard, and you gotta be prepared for that. You know what I mean? I really like how he worded that. I really do. Oh, it was Jungkook who said that. Oh no, I lied, it was Jimin. Jungkook. Oh, this flow is nasty, Jimin. Oh! Hey! Yo, Jimin, this is disgusting, bro. Oh! I can't do it, man. How are they? They're just bouncing off of each other so effortlessly. You know what I mean? I love seeing that dynamic within a group. Groups that I see do this, I say this often, but Mamamoo I've seen do this. I've seen Red Velvet do this as well. They bounce off of each other so effortlessly, especially with the flow. It's so good. The way he went up. It's alright to stop. Don't run without knowing where you're going anymore. That's an interesting point. Let me talk about that. Oftentimes, we move forward in life without truly knowing why. A lot of us move forward in life without having a purpose, and the only reason why we move forward in life is to continue living, right? But what is life without a purpose? That's not living at all. What they're trying to say is that stop moving forward, you know, without a sense of purpose. You know, try to find your purpose. Because at the end of the day, the government has a laid out plan for you, and it's going to make you a worker. Going to school, getting your education, getting a 9 to 5. They are creating a set in stone plan for you. But that is not the plan that you have to follow. You don't need to go to university to have a good life. You don't need to go to college to have a good life. There are around 50 to 60% of the world's jobs that are not shown on any websites, not shown anywhere, right? There are jobs you can obtain without going to school. There are jobs you can do that still pay well, you know, without doing all the shit that governments want you to do. The society wants you to do. You can do things that you want to do and still make money. But all it takes is a little hard work. You know what I mean? And that's why they say life is a marathon. You got to take things slowly. You're not going to get from point A to point B right off the bat, right? And it's okay to feel lost sometimes. My best advice for that is to accept those emotions and fight through them. You know what I mean? Be a fighter. Be a fighter. Stand up to the things preventing you from chasing your dreams, whether it be parents, whatever it may be, because it's easier to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission. And that's something I truly live by. Be a go-getter. Do the things you want to do. Life is way too short to be worrying about how another person perceives you. Stop letting people's judgments of you stop you from doing what it is you want to do. It's all right to stop. Don't run without knowing where you're going anymore. Take your time and find your purpose. Take your time and figure out what the fuck you want to do. And I mean that. I truly mean that. Sit down and physically write down things that you enjoy doing, things that make you happy. If you want to be lazy all day, there are literally jobs to be a cuddler. There are professional cuddlers out there. If you like sleeping in bed, there are professional cuddling jobs out there. You know what I mean? There's shit like that you can do, but school doesn't teach us that. You have to be the person to physically go looking for that job, because even if there are no governmental systems, at the end of the day, we're human beings who have to figure out how to live. And you yourself have to figure out how to live. I believe in you. And BTS here, they believe in you. Just take your time and take it slow. Don't rush yourself. That was a bit of a rant, but I felt like a lot of you guys needed to hear that. Facts. Life is paradise in itself. Arab! 남준! 너의 dream 사실은 짐 너만이 꿈이라면 내가 어젯밤쯤 돼서 꾼 건 뭐? It is alright if your dreams are different. I agree. We deserve a life. Jimin has such a nice, beautiful voice. I love the pitch of his voice. I love that part. I love that part. I love the tempo, the beats per minute in this song. It's just so comforting. Sugar came in like a lion looking for his prey, my guy. Hold on. Hey.
꿈꾸는 게 때론 무섭네 그냥 이렇게 살아가는 게 살아남는 게 이게 나에겐 작은 꿈인데 꿈을 꾸는 게 꿈을 주는 게 숨을 쉬는 게 때론 버겁네 누군 이렇게 누군 저렇게 산다면서 세상은 내게 욕을 퍼붓네 세상은 욕할 자격이 없네 꿈을 꾸는 법이 무엇인지 가르쳐준 적도 없기에 꿈은 내 꿈
Sugar's talking shit right now. This is exactly what I was saying, what I was emphasizing. The world has no right to bash you. What's the law for dreams? Live your life how you want to live your life without feeling criticized for what it is you're doing. Because at the end of it, nobody cares what you're doing, right? I feel like the reason why some of us lack confidence, we have social anxiety, which I used to have. My social anxiety used to be terrible. I used to forget how to walk. And I'm being wholeheartedly honest, back in high school, I used to genuinely forget how to put one foot in front of the other. In my head, I was like left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot. And the reason why I had such anxiety is because I felt like everybody was watching me. And because I felt like everybody was watching me, it kept getting worse and kept getting worse. So I literally had to use the wall and hold my hand on the wall and glide through the hallways. I looked weird as shit, but it helped me walk. You know what I mean? And anxiety can do stuff like that. But what helped me get over my anxiety is learning more about me and learning more about other people, right? Nobody gives a shit about what it is you're doing, right? We buy expensive cars, we buy expensive jewelry to impress people. At the end of the day, that's the only reason we buy these materialistic things, is to impress people. But nobody really cares for that expensive car that you bought. Maybe they'll observe it for 15 to 20 seconds. You'll get a bit of dopamine for the compliments, and then all of that's gone. You know, they'll probably never remember that car they saw. Probably see it for 2 minutes and be like, wow, cool car. Let me go about my day. Nobody cares what you're doing. Nobody cares how you're walking. Nobody cares where you're looking. Nobody cares what you're trying to achieve. Nobody really cares because everybody's focused on what it is they're doing. Everybody's focused on their own life. Yes, of course, there are people who gossip. Yes, of course, there are people who talk, but they do that out of anxiety for themselves. You know, there's something wrong with them internally. That's why I say it's better to love than to hate, right? The people around you who are judging you, hating you, or whatever, don't mind that. Show more love than hate. It's easier to hate somebody than to love somebody. Snoop Dogg says this too. It's easier to hate somebody than to love somebody. It's easy to hate. It's hard to love. If you can learn to love everything in this life, you can push all that negativity away from you. If your aura is so strong, you can push all of that away from you. Man, this is like a deeper topic. I love music like this because it allows me to go in. Again, there are time codes for those of you guys who want to skip my commentary portions and just go straight to the reaction. But it's shit like this that I love seeing, that I'm able to dive into. The world has no right to bash you. What's the law for dreams? There are no laws for dreams. Unless it's mass murder, please don't do that. I'm gonna shut up.
세상은 욕할 자격이 없네. 꿈을 꾸는 법이 무엇인지 나를 쳐든 적도 없기에 꿈은 내 꿈이기에 눈물에 잠꼬대 악몽에 깨우네 널 위해 이제며 웃어보자고 전하곤 했어. 멈췄어도 괜찮아. 이젠 목적도 모르는 채 달리지 않아. 꿈이 없어도 괜찮아.
Wow.
네가 내뱉는 모든 호흡은 이미 나보네. Stop running for nothing, my friend.
That's like an anthem. The way they're singing this, listen to this. The way he's flowing through word to word through these syllables. This is an anthem in itself. This is something I can hear a crowd singing. Hey. Stop running for nothing, my friend. Stop running for nothing, my friend. Hey, yeah. Stop running for nothing, my friend. Hey. What a clean song, man. What a good song. That was dope. That was so fucking dope. Big shout out to you, Yam, for even requesting that. That was a beautiful song. I don't feel like there's much for me to talk about at the end here during this review section. I talked about a lot of it during the song in itself, but this is an ultimate comfort song, and I'm definitely going to be coming back to this or even adding this to my playlist. It's just one of those songs, you know what I mean? Beautiful lyrics. The lyricality within this was amazing. The dynamic of the group was amazing. The song was very deep. It could be interpreted in so many ways, and that's what I love about BTS's music, that it's not closed. It's very open-ended, and you can interpret it however you want to interpret it. That suits you best. That's something very beautiful about BTS's music. A lot of you guys also told me that BTS releases some of their songs over on SoundCloud for free so that you can actually have a good enjoyment and it's not monetary, you know what I mean? And I very much respect that. Again, BTS Paradise, very beautiful song. Not much else for me to say about it other than do what it is you want to do. Life is way too short to be worrying about things, and don't fall victim to society's notions of how you should be. Live the life you want to live and be true to who you are, right? Because that's the only way you can live this life and be happy. Anyways, TIGs, as you guys know, TIGs mean this is global. This is a page for everybody. And don't apologize if you can't speak English properly. I hate that shit. So stop it. Stop apologizing if you can't, type properly. It's okay. Not all of us is good at English. I can literally highlight your phrase and then I right click it and then I click translate. So if it's easier for you to speak in your native language, go for that, because I will highlight it and I will right click it and click translate. So if that's easier for you, go for it. You know what I mean? Anyways, TIGs, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys are having a beautiful day. Again, a lot of stuff over on the Patreon, and it's a paid way to support the channel. But again, a free way to support the channel is definitely hitting that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. For like the 90th time, thank you guys for watching. And remember, stay present, remain present, because present moment is all you have.
모이자 다 맘먹고 다리워 알았을 때고 안와 있어